There was a summoner with us at that inn, his face on fire like a cherubim, for he had carbuncles. His eyes were narrow. He was as hot and lecherous as a sparrow. Black scabby brows he had, and a thin beard. Children were afraid when he appeared. No quicksilver, lead ointment, tartar creams, no brimstone, no boracic, so it seems, could make a salve that had the power to clean up or cure his whelks of knobby white or purge the pimples sitting on his cheeks. Garlic he loved, and onions too, and leeks, and drinking strong red wine till all was hazy. Then he would shout and jabber as if crazy, and wouldn't speak a word except in Latin when he was drunk. Such tags as he was pat in, he only had a few, say 2 or 3, that he had mugged up out of some decree. No wonder, for he heard them every day. And, as you know, a man can teach a jay to call out Walter better than the Pope. But had you tried to test his wits and grope for more, you'd have found nothing in the bag. Then quaestio quid juris was his tag. He was a noble varlet, and a kind one. You'd meet none better if you went to find one. Why, he'd allow, just for a quart of wine, any good lad to keep a concubine a 12-month and dispense him altogether. And he had finches of his own to feather. And if he found some rascal with a maid, he would instruct him not to be afraid in such a case of the archdeacon's curse, unless the rascal's soul were in his purse, for in his purse the punishment should be. "Purse is the good archdeacon's hell," said he. But well I knew he lied in what he said. A curse should put a guilty man in dread, for curses kill as shriving brings salvation. We should beware of excommunication. Thus, as he pleased, the man could bring duress on any young fellow in the diocese. He knew their secrets. They did what he said. He wore a garland set upon his head, large as the holly bush upon a stake outside an alehouse, and he had a cake, a round one, which it was his joke to wield as if it were intended for a shield.